Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Edna here. I don't think you guys left when I've plaited, so I've made my hair and I've just decided today to look cute. So I just made braids and this type of edges. This is edges, the ends, yeah. So I've decided why not show you guys how I make this or prepare this. If I use you guys as my mirror, I might confuse. Let me get a small mirror. I think I'm going to use the one for my powder. All you need for this activity is just some oil, some solid oil, and this. Those are the two only things you need. So you're going to, that's how you remove it, and it looks like this. It's very sharp. Yeah, it's very sharp. So what you do is just to, for example, here, I can tell here it's bushy. As you can see guys, here it's bushy. If you have a brush, you can be brushing it out as you prepare it. Okay, so around here it's bushy, so I want to slim this part. Let's do this. You just place your there, and then you bring it inside like this. As you can see, I've started from a far distance a bit, so that for my hand to be aware of what activity it is doing. Honestly, with a few cuts you see the difference. So if you had a brush, you just brush it out. You can see they're really small, but I hope you guys can see. There are some here. So the same here, you put it down here, stretch your eye upwards, then shave. When you're doing this process, it's like you're shaving only this part, this front part, because that's the front part that is touching there. I don't know why it can't zoom, but let me do this. Yeah, you see, that's the hair. So again, we repeat the process just to make sure that's a clean cut. As you can see, that's very, very clean. You see? I feel like shaping. Apparently, after some time, like maybe weeks, my face usually grow some small hair. So every time I do my hair, I would prefer doing this process so that my hair looks more, my face looks more, neat and clear. You do this slowly, because if you also press this stuff, it's gonna cut your skin, because it's very sharp. And to avoid any cuts that you make to be painful, or to minimize the cuts you make, just use some oil and apply. Like my face is shiny because I've applied some Artemis, so but you can use Vaseline, whichever type of oil you have, as long as it's solid. You can use it. I plan one day to go and do the tattoo that people usually do. I think I've had it's around 5,000. I plan to do that sometime, but for now, this is what we are going to do. Okay, let's do to the other eye. Okay. Doing this activity saves me around 200 to 300 shillings. I live in Kenya, so that's the amount they charge you for making your eyebrows. So you can see a lot is coming out, but mostly because of what's helping to cut well is the presence of oil. Ever they usually never look alike, so just make peace with that fact as early as now, so that you don't fight with your with your machine. This is the hardest part, because now you have to do the same now with the left hand. If you can't, just tell someone to do it, but I prefer doing it myself. I used to do this before using some laser blade, but with time, after you cut like once or twice, the laser blade gets dull. So that's the reason why I'm using this. I was gifted by my best friend this one. She had seen me struggling. Usually I love when people gift me things that I need. That touches my heart because it tells me you know me. You know me so well. Also here the middle, just make sure this ends are in a good shape. If it's your first time to use this thing, you probably might cut yourself, but it's gonna deliver. With time, you'll learn how to do it without, cutting yourself. We have all cut ourselves. Anyone you see using it and if successful at it, we cut ourselves at some point. So some of the reasons of doing this is also because when you apply makeup, it's gonna be slick. You see? If you think all that all that is coming from my face. So with some of the activities I do to make sure I'm glowing. And by the way, if you don't apply oil, you might find yourself cutting yourself even more than if you actually applied oil. So yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to do the video. I hope you have enjoyed. So I'll stay this like for 2 or 3 weeks, then again I shave. That's all part of our biology, that they keep growing. Okay guys, thank you and goodbye.